So I need to tell you something that completely changed my life. And if you're tired all the time and you don't know why, if your brain feels foggy and you literally cannot focus, and if your mood is all over the place and you feel like you're losing your mind, it's not your fault. It's not your genetics, and it's not your personality. It's not just how you are in this world. I thought all of those things about myself for years, and I was completely wrong. For as long as I can remember, I was completely exhausted in life. Like, not sleepy, exhausted. The kind of tired that sleep doesn't fix, right? I would get 8 hours and wake up feeling like I haven't slept at all. I'd either have a pounding headache, a stomach ache, I'd wake up sick every day, and I'd drag myself out of bed and immediately need caffeine just to feel freaking human out there. And I want to let you know that you're not alone. Your mom probably told you the same thing mine told me. We have bad genetics in our family. We're just tired people. And I believed her, because why wouldn't I? Everyone around me was tired too, so I accepted it. And this is how just life feels. I didn't know something was doing this to me. My brain felt like it was wrapped in cotton. You know that feeling like you're thinking through fog? Like there's a delay between like the world and your experience of it. And I couldn't focus. I would read the same paragraph like 3 times, zone out mid-conversation, start a task and forget what I was doing halfway through. And I blamed my phone. I blamed myself for not being disciplined enough. And maybe you felt this too, and I'm here to tell you, it's not you. And my mood was a wreck. Anxious in the morning before my feet even hit the floor, fine 1 minute, irritable the next, and then crashing into sadness by the afternoon for like absolutely no reason. I would spiral every single hour. And I felt like 10 different people in one day, and I didn't even know which one was real, to be honest. I thought that was just like my personality, right? Or I had bipolar or something, but it wasn't me. And it's not you either. If your emotions feel like a roller coaster you can't get off, you're not crazy, you're not broken, and something is doing this to you. And underneath all of it, this was numbness. I didn't feel alive, and I didn't feel present either. Things that should have made me happy absolutely did not. And I would be somewhere beautiful, surrounded by people I loved, and feel absolutely nothing. Like I was watching my life through a dirty window. The color had been drained from absolutely everything, and I was seeing things in 2D. I thought that was just growing up, just like the magic fading, and I didn't know something was stealing my aliveness. So here's what my days actually looked like. I would drive past Starbucks and pull in without even thinking, not because I was hungry, just because I freaking saw it. It was an impulse decision. I was impulsive. You know that feeling, right? Your brain just like goes, yeah, I want that. And then I'd order the same thing, a Frappuccino, extra whipped cream, and feel good for 20 minutes. And then I'd crash, way more tired than before. And then reaching for something else to pick me back up, like an energy drink. But I didn't connect those things. I just thought I was tired. I wasn't awake. Same thing at the grocery store, those like prepackaged brownies, eye level. Bright packaging basically screaming at you. I'd grab them, tell myself I'd have one, and then I'd eat half the freaking container without even tasting them. Just the hand to mouth motion and the temporary numbing. And then the guilt set in, the promise to do better tomorrow, but tomorrow I'd grab them again. I thought I was weak. I thought something was wrong with me. And then I'd shove that guilty feeling down and just try not to think about it before the next day happened. And then the energy drinks, oh gosh, every single day, they're the only thing that made me feel awake. Pop, energy drinks, the only thing standing between me and complete collapse. And I thought they were helping me. Like I thought they were keeping me awake and everything, but they weren't. They were part of the problem, and I had no freaking clue. This was my life every single day, waking up exhausted, caffeine, crash, sugar, crash harder, more caffeine, more sugar, crash, drag myself to bed still tired, and then do it again the next day. The same loop. I saw the world in 2-dimensional, in black and white, over and over and over again every single day, and I thought the cycle was keeping me going, and I didn't even know the reason I was falling apart. Then one day I saw something online, something talking about how what you eat affects your brain, and how the tiredness, fog, and mood swings might not be who you are, might be what you're consuming. And I started to wonder, like, what if it's not my genetics? What if something is doing this to me? So I started paying attention, really, really paying attention. Frappuccino at 10 a.m., crash at 11, foggy and irritable. Brownies at 3 p.m., heavy by 4 and sad by 5. Energy drink, 20 minutes of feeling human, then worse than before. And then I suddenly saw it. I was sugar. The Frappuccinos, the brownies, the energy drinks, the cycle I thought was normal. Sugar was stealing my energy, clouding my brain and hijacking my thoughts and my mood. And I had no idea for years. But I wasn't ready to just quit. That felt way, way too extreme, right? I've been on sugar for years, literally years. How on earth am I supposed to snap my fingers and quit? It's like a drug. It has a similar effect on your brain as crack. That seemed pretty extreme, so I made healthier swaps. So I stopped getting Frappuccinos and I started getting smoothies instead. And then smoothies are healthy, right? But after a few weeks, I still felt foggy, still felt the crashes, and I looked at what was in those smoothies, 60 freaking grams of sugar. Sometimes more, to be honest. And I had traded one sugar bomb for another, completely different cup, different place, but the same crash. Sugar hides in what you're eating. We don't know if it's the breads. We don't know if it's the smoothies. We don't know if it's the foods that look healthy and seem healthy, but they're not. Sugar will hide in your life and creep its way back in. And after a while, you'll start to taste it. When you've been off sugar for a while, you can start to taste it in different things and different foods. It's a very interesting phenomenon that happens after you deprogram your brain from being dependent upon sugar for dopamine and sugar for sweet. So I tried a fresh juice, cold pressed, clean ingredients, but the fog did not lift. The crashes did not stop because even the juice was full of sugar. Natural sugar, but sugar. Natural sugars are healthy, but if we look at a cup of orange juice, I was obsessed with orange juice at the time, that's like 12 squeezed oranges. That's a ton of juice. Sugar is always sugar. Remember that. So that's when I realized I had to actually quit in total. Not swap, not substitute, actually quit sugar. The sugary juices and the fake sugary drinks. 30 days, no sugar, just real food, whole foods, and if we wanted something sweet, whole fruit. That's it. The first week literally nearly broke me. I drove past Starbucks and my hands gripped the steering wheel. My brain screamed at me, "You deserve it, just one, Gloria." I stood literally in the brownie aisle one time having a conversation with myself, out loud, like a freaking crazy person. And the headaches, the mood swings, I cried for no reason. I felt like I was detoxing from a drug. Because I was. Sugar lights up the same parts of your brain as cocaine. Think about that. But here's what I realized. That's not weakness. That's withdrawal. My body was proving how hooked I was on something I didn't even know I was addicted to. So if you've ever tried to quit and couldn't, you're not weak. You're fighting something designed to be addictive. And it's not your fault because it was never your fault. We were given the template of normalizing sugar ever since we were young, without understanding how bad it actually is. I pushed through, not because I had superhuman willpower, but because I was angry. Angry at the system, angry that I spent years thinking something was wrong with me when it was what I was consuming, and angry that nobody told me. And that anger, I used it as fuel. So around day 10, something shifted and I woke up and I felt clear. Like someone had wiped a window I had no idea was dirty. The fog in my brain was freaking gone. My head didn't feel foggy and my body didn't feel heavy and I didn't need an energy drink to feel human. I was just human on my own, and this is what it's supposed to feel like. And by week 3, everything completely changed in my life. My energy was steady, not the spikes and crashes, just even, all day. And my mood was stable, and I didn't even wake up anxious. I didn't even crash into sadness for no reason. I felt like one person instead of 10 people. I felt like myself, and my brain worked It could focus and think clearly and actually be present, and I could finally take back control of my mind. But here's the part that still amazes me as an ex-sugar addict. The world looks different, brighter, 3D, more vivid and more alive. It looks like a cinematic film. I'm dead serious. Colors are more colorful. Sunsets made me stop and stare, and I'd walk outside and notice things I'd been walking past for years. It was like I had been walking in like a faded show, you know, from like the 50s, like a show that's black and white, and I finally walked into a colored show. I stepped into real life. Like I went from living life 2-dimensional to living life into 3-dimensional, where I could see layers, see things that the average person does not see. And I didn't even know life could feel like this, to be honest. I feel like, this might sound crazy, but I feel like I can feel energies. I can see things that the average person cannot see out there because I stopped my hazy sugar addiction and I just moved it to fruit. And it tastes sweeter than any Frappuccino ever did because my taste buds aren't destroyed anymore and an apple tastes like candy now. I'm dead serious. And Greek yogurt and blueberries, they taste freaking delicious. And it doesn't crash me and it doesn't fog me. It's just nourishing me and it fuels me like food is supposed to. And I'm not telling you to make you feel bad. I was you and I am you. And I'm telling you, and I'm not telling you this to like make you feel bad because you don't know what the world truly looks like without sugar. And I wish someone told me this earlier on. So it might not be your genetics, it might not be your personality, something might be doing this to you and you can stop it. And you can finally snap your fingers and decide that you're done with this. The system doesn't make this easy though. Starbucks on every corner, McDonald's on every corner, brownies at eye level, energy drinks everywhere, the bright, prepackaged snacks that look delicious, eye candy. They're everywhere. These companies have engineers that literally broke down our taste buds and made this stuff specifically for us so we'd get addicted to it. We are the product, always. And they did that so we would feel foggy, so we would keep coming back. And they spent billions making this stuff irresistible, then blame you for not having willpower. It's not about willpower, it's about a system designed to keep you foggy and coming back for more. They don't want us to think clearly. They don't want us to think higher and deeper. They want us trapped. But you can opt out. 30 days, literally, just to see. Not because you're broken, because you deserve to know what life feels like on the other side of this system. She is in there. The version of you that's fully awake is in there, fully alive, feeling everything in full color. And she's been there the whole time. She just couldn't reach you through the fog. I found her after years of thinking she was gone. Yours is waiting too. Be that girl that weathers the storm. Be the girl that leans into the discomfort anyway. You just have to clear the fog to find her, and I promise you she's worth finding. So this is your sign. Take back control of your health. Take back control of your mind, and girl, we're in this together.